welcome back to my channel and another Topic Tuesday. So today's topic, I mean, you guys read the title, you know what it is. You really gonna make me say this out loud? It's my favorite Blurple nail polishes. Now, I gotta say, right off the bat, before we get into this, I viscerally hate the word Blurple. Like, I feel like I'm gonna vomit every time I say it. This is gonna sound so dramatic, like everything else I say about myself on this channel, but I am a dramatic person, so bear with me. But ever since I was a child, there are certain sounds that make me like so uncomfortable, physically uncomfortable, to the point where I feel like I need to exit my body in order to get away from the sound. And those sounds include any sort of chewing noise. I don't like hearing people chew. The sound of my parents' old dog drinking water, I wanted to punch her in the back of the head. It was so, thinking about it, it's bothering me. And the one that I absolutely cannot stand, but is ultimately unavoidable, is the bilabial, I just did it, I hate it, the bilabial sounds in phonetics. So like P sounds and B sounds specifically. I hate the letter P so much. I don't like to say it. I don't like the feeling on my mouth, and I don't like to hear it. I hate that sound so much that I live in a state, I live in Michigan, where you say pop when you are referring to like a soft drink, and I don't say that word. I say soda. And I know that might not seem like a big deal, but for some reason in Michigan, that's a very big deal because they kind of suss you out as an outsider. They're like, this girl said soda. She's not from around here. And I am from around here, okay? But I just don't like the word. So yeah, I hate the word. Hate it. Also, it's just indigo. Like, can we be real? It's indigo. Like, what are we talking about? Why do we make up a new word for indigo? But I love the color, so here I suffer before you. I think upon putting this video together and all of that, I realized maybe I don't even know what indigo is, but it's kind of that space that occupies between blue and purple, and it's just kind of like, what is indigo? I don't know. I was like, well, wait a minute, because maybe this is actually just blue, or maybe this color is actually just purple when I was pulling polishes. And so that's how I ended up reading about the color indigo for like an hour, and I feel like I know less. So initially I had 10 of these colors. I was going to show you my top 10 favorite indigo polishes, and then I pulled them all out according to the list, because I like to try to make these lists off the top of my head, like the things that come to my head first. I assembled my list, and then 10 minutes ago when I pulled all the bottles out, I realized one of these things is not like the others. And why did I think that Orly's Synthetic Symphony was indigo? It's purple. It's just purple. There's no blue about it. Man, I don't know. I feel like it's got blue tone in it, but it's not indigo. It's just a blue toned purple. I don't know. So now we have 9 because she's not a part of this. As for the other 9, if I talk about them and then you're like, Hillary, that's just blue, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like these are all indigo, but I now no longer know what indigo is because I literally Googled it, and I went to like Google Images, and there was like 9 billion different versions of what indigo could be, and half of them look straight up purple, half of them look straight up blue. Somehow there's a third half in this equation that looked somewhere in between. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but these are my top 9 vaguely blue sort of purple polishes in my collection. That's what we're gonna go with at this point. Now that I've spent way too long on the introduction, let's scoot over. So number 1 is actually probably the closest to indigo of all of these. Great start. And it is from a brand that I believe is called Smelly. I bought this in Japan. It says Smelly right here in English, so I'm assuming that's the brand name. And I was attracted to these because I just thought the bottle was super cute, and every time I went to this mall, there was a little stand in one of the stores that they had them, and I finally caved and bought one. And it's called, where is the name? Tsubame, which it means like barn swallow, I think. It's a bird. I know it's a bird. Don't ask me why I know the word for barn swallow. I've never needed to use that ever once in my Japanese speaking life, and yet I know it. Love vocab. It's just a simple cream, and it's not like anything too special, but I really, really loved this color, and I picked this up back when I didn't have a huge collection, and so I didn't have anything like it. Now, you know, a lot of dustier indigo colors are very common. I mean, I've got a lot of them, so, but I really like this, and mostly for the polar bear. I remember there was also like a mustard color that I really wanted, and then I just never went back, I guess. And so this is the only one I have from this brand. Who knows if they even still exist, but yeah, Smelly, like the brand name. Number 2 is another cream, and this one is from Sinful Colors. It's called Bluz Cruz, but it's like B-L-U-Z, like cute, I guess. I was just drawn to this one in the store, and of course, like, Sinful Colors are $2 or $3. Very easy to buy too many of them for no reason, and that's what happened there. The brush is fairly skinny. It's not like you get what you pay for, you know? It's not like you're getting like the finest brush and the finest polish for $3 at your local Walgreens. No, you're getting a cheap polish with a cheap brush, and it works fine, and that's that. But I love the color. Like, it's so pretty. And I'm going to try to stop saying I love the color, because this is a video about a single color. So like, that's going to get annoying really fast. But yeah, compared to the other polish, like, this is kind of the lighter, brighter version. And the first one is like the dustier, darker version. So, you know, I did need both. I did. Number 3 on my list was Synthetic Symphony, but she's purple. Hillary, do you have eyes? Now, apparently I put all the creams first, and now we're getting into like the fun finishes. I don't put my lists in any specific order, but I guess sometimes it just happens. So next we have a Cirque polish, and this one is Velveteen. Questioning if this is just a dusty blue. Here's another problem that I had. A lot of them that I kept thinking of, I would pull them and I'd be like, wait, that's cornflower. That's cornflower. Like, why do I associate cornflower with indigo? I don't know. Maybe I just don't know enough about colors. But this is one of those like dusty denim-y colors, but it has like a purpley flip to it. So maybe that's why I'm thinking, yeah, that's indigo. It also has a scattered hollow running through it. This is one of my favorite finishes by Cirque. I have a second polish that's coming up after this that is also from Cirque, and it's the exact same finish. So this one I got in the advent calendar last year, so it's just a mini, but it was one that I had been wanting for a really long time. And honestly, I didn't expect the hollow against a color so like dusty and muted to look as nice as it does, because when you have like a dusty muted color, I really don't think of like hollow as being super, not appropriate, but just it doesn't feel like it goes, you know? But this made me realize that it does, especially because the hollow is much more scattered, so it's not overwhelming the dusty, like, moodiness of the polish, you know? And then for the other Cirque on my list, this is Catalina. I got this at the very beginning of the year when, like, the color of the year was announced by Pantone, and this really kind of fit into that color of the year. This one's another like brighter version, you know, like this is dusty dark, kind of reminds me of old jeans. This one, it doesn't really remind me of anything. It's just bright. It's just fun. And that base I feel is very indigo, but the purple flip is definitely coming out more on camera. So you can see, you're probably like, Hillary, that's not indigo at all. You know what? I don't know what indigo is. If you take anything away from this video, it's that I don't know what I'm doing. But again, it has that scattered holographic running through it, and it's just a beautiful color. I really hope that Cirque releases more in this finish, because I just find that I'm always really attracted to these polishes. Next is actually a topper, and it's partially indigo, partially other colors, but it counts. So this is China Glaze's Cackle If You Want To. On camera in the bottle, it looks almost black. But that's because there's all these black glitters running through it. And this is it came from a Halloween collection. It's a bunch of hex glitters in a variety of sizes. And the hex glitters are both black and obviously indigo, because that's what we're talking about. But the cool thing about this topper, which I've never really seen in any other glitter, but you know, let me know if you know of any other glitters like this, because I just have never seen this, is that the purple or the indigo hex glitters, They are striped. Like there's like a darker indigo and a lighter indigo, and they're striped across. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it in the bottle. It's kind of hard, but they have little stripes on them, and I feel like it gives them kind of a more interesting color tone. I have never seen that. I think it's really cool, and I mean, obviously, I had to shove it right up to the camera for you guys to even notice the detail, so it's really not that important, but I like it. I think it's cool, and it's like they must have, I don't know how glitter is made. I'm assuming it's like a big sheet of some kind of like plastic, and then it's cut out of that. So they obviously had some kind of patterned plastic or whatever it is, and they cut them out of there. And I think it would be cool to see more of that. Here we have Color Club's Bell Bottom Babe, and this is, is it just blue? Am I crazy? I feel like it's indigo. I don't know. Hang on, I gotta Google indigo one more time. We're just gonna stop questioning it, and these are all indigo, and if you wanna roast me in the comments, I can't stop you. I knew this Topic Tuesday was not gonna go well for me. Okay, so it is just a blue base with a purpley, maybe it's like a purpley red, like a maroon. No, but it's just a blue base with like a purpley shimmer running through it. Very simple. And actually, when I bought this from Color Club, I didn't even realize it was a shimmer. That happens to me a lot with shimmers when I buy them online, is I buy them thinking they're a cream, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I get it, and it's a shimmer, and I'm like, oh, that's even better. So that was a happy accident for me, and I really like this color, obviously. Okay, this one I'm pretty sure is just cornflower blue and not indigo, which is the problem that I was telling you guys about earlier. This is KB Shimmer's Rise Up. It is kind of a thicker polish. It has a ton of fiery, orangey, yellow to green flakies in it. If you do have this, a lot of people have said it's too thick for them. Add some thinner and make sure you warm it up for a little bit before you apply it, and it will go on so much smoother. But a glitter grabber type top coat probably couldn't hurt. I think I mostly like this one for the contrast of the tone of flakies versus the base, because the base is so muted, so dusty, and then the flakes are just like bam in your face. And I just don't ever think to pair things like that. If I put something that's muted, I'm like, everything needs to be muted. If I put something that's fun, everything needs to be fun. And I never think, oh, let's combine the two, but they did a good job. Okay, then we have an OPI Infinite Shine, which I gotta say, I'm going on record here, I think Infinite Shine is just a gimmick. I don't think it actually does anything different than the regular OPIs. I don't think they last any longer. I don't think they're any shinier. I don't think that it's like, if they do, I feel like it's insignificant, because I used to stock the nail polish at Ulta, and when I would put away the OPIs and their Infinite Shine version, I'm like, these look the exact same. Like, they don't look any different from each other. So I don't know. But we have an Infinite Shine, and this one is called Prismatic Fanatic, and I don't know why I bought this. I really don't. I don't know what came over me. I think it was just, it looks so shifty in the bottle, and I was like, ooh, OPI, that looks really pretty. What are you doing? And I bought, I think it was like either I bought a trio or there was a trio and I bought all three separately. I don't know, but I have three in this finish. I really do love this. It is a very beautiful color, and the color flip is really nice. The only issue with this one is very sheer, very, very sheer. I needed like 3 coats, and even then I feel like it's quite sheer, but it is good for that kind of like ethereal look. So, you know, I seem to really be drawn towards shimmers in this tone, is what I'm gleaning from my little collection here. And then finally, I have a picture polish that is probably, you're gonna tell me just blue, but whatever. And this one's called Forget Me Not. And it just says, For Love That Endures, Forget Me Not by Lacquertude. So I think this one was a collab polish. And this is in their hollow formula, which Picture Polish's hollow formula is so different from any other brand that I've seen's hollow formula, or like what they advertise as their hollow formula, because theirs just has these little flecky shards of hollow, and to me they almost just look silver in the polish and on the nail. They don't really reflect too many rainbows, and I'm not really sure why. I think they look pretty. I really like this formula from Picture Polish. In fact, it's my favorite formula that they do. But I think it's weird that they would make the little hollows so tiny, because they're barely reflective. But this color's so pretty. I don't care what color you say it is, it's pretty, okay? So yeah, sorry you had to suffer through that if you watched that all the way through. I'm a little bit feeling self-conscious about my interpretation of what indigo is, and I don't know what to do about it. I literally read the entire Wikipedia page about indigo, and here, you know what I learned? There's like a million different indigo classifiers. There was like, I gotta read this off here. There's electric indigo, deep indigo, web color indigo, web safe indigo, tropical indigo, indigo dye, and then apparently like imperial blue is indigo. I just gotta stop Googling stuff. I lose hours of my life for no reason. And then all I come away with is useless facts that help me in no aspect of my life. So let me know what your favorite indigo or Blurple polishes are down in the comments. Tell me how wrong I was throughout this entire video. I would love that for me. And somebody please tell me why in my head this was indigo. Like what was I thinking? Okay, anyways, that's gonna be it from me. This video is over. I will see you in the next one. Bye.